Hi there. We never wanted to post anything this weekend due to the volume of work we have trying to put the tutorials together for the people that have been waiting, but I just felt to share this with you. I don't know who you are watching this, and I don't know where you are at the moment in your life, but I know a lot of people have been trapped where they are. Being trapped doesn't mean you are in prison or you've been kidnapped or something like that. Being trapped could be your job. It could even be a relationship, I don't know. But I know a lot of people don't live their full potentials because of a 4-letter word, and that word is called fear. Fear has crippled a lot of dreams. Fear has locked up a lot of destiny. Many businesses never got established because the people who were supposed to be their owners were scared to make that first move. We are scared of rejection. We are scared people will laugh at us. We are scared of the unknown. We are scared of losing what we have because we feel there is more guarantee in what we have at the moment than what we are dreaming of. And above all, we are scared of failure. But can I tell you something? Locked within failure are lessons no one can ever teach you. Locked within failure are experiences money can never buy for you. And like they say, experience is the best teacher. And that is why some people write books, not because they want to make money, but because they want to share their failures so that others will not take the same path that they did. But can I tell you something about failure? Failure is not your problem. Your problem is fear. Because to succeed, you must fail. I've done a lot of businesses in my life. While I was working as an employee, when you come to my desk, you will see all sorts of things displayed on it. I was working and still selling wristwatches. I would display them on my desk. There was a time I used to import stuff from China like jewelries, phones, shoes, and all kinds of things to sell to my colleagues in the office. Once my salary hits my account, I would just throw everything out there to buy stuff and resell. There was one time I would travel all the way from Lagos to Sokoto State, then follow someone to Kebbi State to buy smoked catfish, then head back to Lagos to package and sell. One particular time I spent 3 good days traveling without taking my bath, brushing my teeth, or even changing clothes. I was in the middle of people who only understand Hausa language and I never understood Hausa. And one of those days I almost slept on the street in the middle of the night in one of those northern states. And this was the time Boko Haram was still very intense. All of that is called taking risk. In life, you must take risk. Life itself is a risk, and not taking risk is also a risk. Risk is what launches you to the future you've been hoping to have. But fear is what is keeping you from taking that first step because our brains have been wired to stop us from doing anything new. As human beings, we hate change. We compare the next step with where we are and ask ourselves, will it really work? When I was resigning from my job, a lot of my colleagues believed I was taking that risk because I was still single. But I want to tell you something. There is this myth that only single people can take risk. But I tell you this, if you are married, you stand a better chance to take risk than a single person because you can engage your spouse so that when you fail, they can support you. But a single person, when he fails, he's all by himself, no one to fall back on. That very job I quit, today I am making 5 times a month of what I was paid as salary then. And I have absolute control over my life, not someone else. Before I go, let me tell you this. I was never born with a silver spoon, not even a wooden spoon. I started living with my grandmother when I was just 1 year old and lived with her all my entire life until she passed on when I was in SS1. Right from my primary school, I would come back from school and go and sell bread or sell vegetable, sell fruits, or even go to do farm work for people to get money because I grew up in a rural area. But I never saw myself as poor. Immediately after my secondary school, I left home and came to Lagos and started fighting for my life because I dreamt of a better me. Whenever I go back to the village and see my old friends and schoolmates, I know that's what I would have been if I never made that first move. If you are waiting for your father, your uncle, your elder ones to help you, you will never go anywhere in life. Today, my monthly income is in 6 figures because I never allow failure or fear to stop me from moving forward. I have failed uncountable times, but each of those failures taught me something and motivated me to take the next step because I've gathered more experience and have become better than what I was before I took that step that made me fail. So locked inside failure is the propelling power that launches you forward. Failure doesn't stop you, fear does. Success comes with failure. Ask successful men and women out there. No one ever had a smooth ride all through. It's left for you what you want to achieve in life. Maybe you've been thinking of a particular business idea for 5 years now, yet you haven't made that move. Is it not better you took that step and failed and learned from it? And by now you'll have gathered more experience. 10 years from now, 20 years, you will look back and wish you took the risk and failed than never did. You know why? Because who you become in 5 years time from now, 10 years time from now depends on the people you meet, the books you read, the things you do, the places you go to, and all of that depends on the move you make today. Some people say motion is not progress, but I tell you today, from my experience, motion is progress. And don't deceive yourself. Progress doesn't mean more money in your account. It means you have moved from the knowledge you had yesterday to a new knowledge. You have moved from the experience you had yesterday to a new experience. It might be bitter, it might be sweet, but you have moved. So to cap it all, my brother, my sister, failure is being in the same place you were yesterday, today. You have to move.